All right, I want to knock out some of the problems on your final exam review, at least page 1. I want you to make sure you staple your first page to the new pages that I give you in class. Oh, my stapler's working. And then recognize that your relevant test corrections, you're going to turn in 3 unit tests, and we will talk more about that tomorrow in class. Well, that would be Friday. Anyhow, I want to solve these equations. I'm going to work pretty quickly and maybe just stop and talk about some of my simplifying and undoing. Right now, all I'm doing is distributing to simplify the left-hand side of this equation, and then I'm going to go on and simplify by combining like terms. I'm going to start the undoing process and isolate x on the left-hand side. This is going to leave me with 0. That's 60. I'm going to finish by dividing by 10 and finding out that x is 6. What I want to see you doing in your work and on your test and exam is plugging your x back in to make sure that it makes a true equation. There's no reason not to know if you're doing them right or wrong. You can pick out your mistakes. I actually just started this video because when I did number 3 in my first attempt at this video, I completely messed it up. And one mistake led to another, and Mr. Petticord finally worked it out and showed me what I did wrong. I didn't do anything, I copied it. I'm going to add 5 x's to both sides. I don't have anything to simplify. Maybe that's why I started writing. I thought I had to simplify, but I wound up recopying the same thing. No like terms to combine on the left or right. So I'm going to make the choice of adding 5 x's to both sides. And I know this equation can be solved with you can start 4 different ways to solve this equation. But I chose to solve it this way because I want a positive coefficient of x. 0, 3x equals, and this is negative 51. I'm going to divide both sides by 3 and find out that x is negative 17. When I present these videos and post them on YouTube for you, the expectation is that, you know, even if we've watched them in class to go over things quickly, the expectation is that you can reuse these at home and work slowly and pause the video to stop and figure out the steps. Now, be careful. This is a place where I've seen many errors. Negative 5 times negative 4. Make sure you're distributing the negative sign. Negative 5 times negative 4x is 20x. Negative 5 times negative 7 is positive 35. I'm distributing, and now I'm going to go over and combine the like terms, negative 6x and 20x, and get 14x. When I take away 35 here, talking and writing. My next move is going to be to take away 35 from both sides. And when I take away 35 from both sides, I wind up with 14x equals 112. Divide by 14. X is going to be equal to, I believe it's 8. Check it with my calculator here, yeah. Now, number 4. Again, I know there's 4 ways to solve, but I like to solve by trying to combine or undo the x's. So I'm left with a positive coefficient of x. I always choose that as my first step when solving. This was just really squished. 74 plus. Undid this. Left with 102. I'm going to add 74 to both sides. 8x equals 176. Mr. P used my calculator and it was moved. 176 divided by 8, sorry about that, is going to leave me with 22. Plug it back into the left. It should be equal to whatever I get when I plug it into the right, which would actually be 80. Now I'm going to undo divide by negative 7 by multiplying both sides by negative 7. Got to come over here, and I'm going to do it over here. We undo division, especially when you see this large fraction bar an entire quantity, by multiplying both sides. 42, subtract 2, negative 8x equals 40. Divide by negative 8, x is equal to negative 5. Number 6. I'm not going to be picky about, oh yeah, I'm going to start this. Let's see. See if I can avoid negatives all around. 18 plus 18 is 36, plus x equals 3x. Take away x. 36 equals 2x. When I divide by 2, x is going to be 18. Alright, I'm going to post this and then do another video on our literal equations. Multi-step equations piece complete.